Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. I know we are. Um, let's start this off first with who is it that's really at the head of Israel? Now, at first glance, you would think, well, it's obvious. Bibi is, right? No. Netanyahu was switched out years ago. Now, there's more to this than just him being switched out. As we know from our source, the IDF has been cleaned up, and they are now using the IDF to go after the cartels. And keep in mind, there's like 34, 35 different militaries around the world that are involved in this war. And they're all going after the cartels, but there's a lot to be done. So people would be asking, why would they use the IDF? Well, if they've been cleaned out and the IDF now understands how they've been lied to and used, then they can be very beneficial in helping to clean out the cartels. Now, you don't switch out Netanyahu, his wife, and those around him with and you don't clean out the IDF unless you're also going to clean out the Mossad, as well as Shin Bet. They're all tied into one another. All of these groups, it's just like with the FBI, the CIA, the DEA, and all the rest of them. They're all tied into one another. To clean up one, you have to clean them all up. You don't just clean up the one and call it good. Doesn't work that way. And so in Israel, when they started cleaning up one group, they had to clean them all up. So then who's at the head of Israel? Well, Trump is. The military. That's who's at the head of Israel. Now, we listened to Gali Lucy yesterday, and as we've heard, we heard this a while ago, that the Mossad had infiltrated Iran many years ago. And as a result, they controlled Iran with the corrupt mullahs. So then you got to ask yourself, so who is controlling Iran all those years? It was Israel. So when Israel said, we're going to bomb Iran, or Iran's going to bomb us, we have to stop this. So in other words, it was really kind of silly. But so Israel controlled, for many years, Israel controlled Israel and Iran. So they were going to bomb themselves, basically. That's about what it amounted to. Well, so now it's all been flipped over. It's been turned around. And so now you have basically the U.S. military and some other militaries, I imagine, too, but basically the U.S. military, who now controls not only Israel, but also Iran. So you have them, you hear in the news that Israel is going to go bomb Iran. And then Iran says, well, we're going to bomb Israel. So who's doing the bombing? The U.S., of course. That's who's doing the bombing. Did that make any sense? Remember, there's a lot of parts of this movie excuse me, that don't make sense. But that's a fact. The U.S., now who are they going to bomb? Whatever's left of the cabal. That's what they're going to bomb, if there's any bombs really going off. And as we heard, what was it? It was earlier in the year when Gali Lucy did another video, and she said that the U.S. had a number of warships out there in the along the coast, like of Gaza or something, and they were bombing the hell out of the Kabul sites. That's when I think they bombed the crap out of the Israeli Air Force. So there is no Air Force left. In fact, I don't think there's anything left of the Israeli military. I think it's all done in. So anyway, so think about that. When you watch this movie, remember, Trump is basically at the head of Israel. He's also at the head of Iran. So he's controlling he and the military, because remember, he's a spokesman for the military. So they're controlling both sides here. Okay? Anyway, yeah, it's complicated in a way, but I mean, don't forget, this is the most carefully scripted movie we've probably ever seen. This is a movie that Alfred Hitchcock would be proud of. Very proud to have done. Let's go ahead. Let's go to some things here from Instagram that's been sent to me. So, it says thi-show.com released this information years ago. The description or explanation is an overlay to hide the fact that consciousness or source is fighting back, that our planet is a nexus and resonates on and through many planes and dimensions. What is good for us is good for all existence and life on every level. Blacking out the sun and or changing the air we breathe is an act of war against us, the people. And so, and as it says here, one collapse, two destabilized nervous systems create mass confusion. In fact, let me start this all over here. So the magnetic field is collapsing and they're replacing it with code, part 1. This is from years ago. And let me get, as it starts to go here. Oh, it says, this is a magnet to consciousness. Timeline is a gradual fractal, not a single event. There won't be a single pole flip day. It's a process slow by geological standards, fast by civilizational. Historically, pole reversals took thousands of years, but this time all signs show acceleration, and that's because the field is being natural reversal, maybe. Engineered destabilization, highly likely. HAARP ionosphere heaters, satellite constellations. This is what was going to happen. It's not going to happen now. But this is what the cabal had in mind. All kinds of destabilization went on. And then this here. This is Tim Walz. It says, OMG, Democratic Satanic Group thanks Governor Tim Walz with capital plaque. This is real life. Now, this was done years ago, as it says here. But this is going to tie in to what we're finding out about with Shirley, the 23-year-old YouTuber. And as it says here, Tim Walz was recognized and honored by the Democratic Coalition of Satan Worshippers and was given a plaque that sits in the Minnesota State Capitol. This alone tells you everything you need to know. Now, this was, like I say, this was done years ago, but it lets you know what the Democrat Party is really like. And then this here. The White House just posted this. And it says President Trump preparing his team for 2026. And yes, it's like from a movie, and they're saddling up and they're getting ready to go to war. And so anyway, yes, and as we all know, we've been at war for quite some time. But I think things are about to get ratcheted up. Anyway, that is all for now. God bless y'all. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye now.